Hey guys, I got many notifications of new subscribers. So if you're watching this, hi. I really hope you enjoy the channel. Listen, so I will be not posting on Wednesdays and Thursday and probably some days next week because I have big assessments coming up and I can't be posting videos when my grade is on the line. So gotta keep those grades up, so I will not be posting for those days. So, let's get on to the video. Starting with Izuku Midoriya. You were the first person Izuku called after finding out you both been accepted to UA, let alone in the same class. He rushed over to celebrate, his mom being the one who answered the door. She was teary-eyed, overjoyed by her son accomplishing his first step into a bigger goal in his life, one that has been a priority since preschool. I'll leave you to it then. She vanished back into her room, giving Izuku and Yu some time to talk in his room. Can you believe it? All our hard work is paying off. You bumped his shoulder with your own, plopping yourself down on his desk chair. He proceeded to relax in his bed, the mattress dipping under his weight as he sat crisscross. You didn't miss the small redness around his eyes, already having a fair share of happy tears. Midoriya suddenly felt like he can do anything. Whatever might it be, the sudden urge of determination was there, even if for a slight second. That was enough, though, for him to ask you something. YN, your smiling features didn't appear as your eyes met his. I like it. More than a friend, more than a best friend. He was hoping to have gotten the point across clearly enough, which he did. I like you too. He was not expecting that answer. Huh? He panicked as he fell forward, clambering off of the chair to reach him just in time. I said that your feelings for me are mutual in both ways. He hugged him tightly, still on the cold flooring. I can't believe that you. More tears spilled. This time from a view out of happiness to start a new road down of romantic feelings. Whew! I was choppy as heck while reading this, but 8 more things to go. We can do this. Whew! Katsuki, what do you want now? Am I going to make the first move, or you are? You blurted out one day at random. The both of you were casually doing homework in the local diner. Huh? Let's get married. Seeing how he proceeded to blow a fuse in his system, he processed. Wait. If you prefer to start off dating, I suppose that can also work for the time being. Katsuki couldn't understand where all the confidence came from, and it was making him flustered. His poor math homework left was deemed to be unfinished for the day, since his brain was now all scrambled up with other primary focuses. Hold on a second. He slammed his hand down on the table, shaking it on the small pegs that once held it sturdy. Oh, you could bet his face was flustered. with a deep rosy red. You seem to have a knack for catching it. You heard me, didn't you? You twirled your pen in your hand while staring down at your work, uninterested. Inside, though, you are panicking. This could be life or death here. You never knew when the explosion boy is involved. Of course I heard you. I'm not deaf, you know. A waiter came over and asked you guys politely to quiet down. So, is that a yes? You heard him tisk speechlessly. Either to use the words, or the boy simply didn't have the force to say, wait, what? You heard him tisk speechlessly. Either too embarrassed to use words, or the boy simply didn't want to be forced to leave. Sure, whatever. 𝚂𝚘𝚎𝚢𝚑𝚎𝚢. He was clueless when it came to accents who went out, let alone when that person would be you. So he asked his sister for help on the matter. After 20 minutes of deciding what to do, he finally called you to tell you to come to his estate since his father wasn't currently home. You tripped several times on the way there, seeming as it sounded like something was wrong over the phone. You weren't in the most presentable clothing. Your hair was a rat mess from laying on your bed for the past few hours. He was quick to open the door when you knocked, mostly from the fact that he was waiting until you arrived. He didn't look up at first. Out of breath with your hands on your knees bent over. When did you, however, you were surprised. Then their shoulders stood awkwardly. Some flowers wrapped tightly into a form of a bouquet. A high chance of them being ripped out from his lawn. You mean a lot to me. Please be my girlfriend. He took the flowers that had the roots still attached, staring at them puzzled. Yeah, I would like that. I'm making it. 𝚂𝚘𝚎𝚢𝚎. It was Kirishima's idea in the first place to go on a walk together. High school started early tomorrow. First days meant new beginnings. And he wanted the same thing with you. A new track down life. Different than just pure friendship you two shared. You watched the sunset together and are positioned on a bench on the walking path. I have something I want to tell you. He decided it was now or never to pop the question. Can I go first? He double-checked his nerves, grinning at you. Of course, Kirishima said, suddenly feeling worried, seeing how your palms clenched into fists on your lap. I had a crush on you for a little bit now, and I thought you should know. You turned your face towards him, resolutely twiggling with your fingers. I was hoping that you want me as your significant other. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make this gender neutral as possible. He couldn't believe your voice as it faded out. You're unsure of yourself. Kiri? You called him out of his daze, at which he realized he spaced off for too long. I'm sorry. I just realized what you said. And what I wanted to say first. There was a small hint of blush on both of your cheeks. Realization that you both liked each other. Whew. Thank you, 𝚂𝚌𝚎𝚢. You were waiting patiently for 𝚂𝚌𝚎 at the door to the classroom, ready to take your leave towards home for the day. When you finished packing up, you walked the route back to your house together. On your way, you always passed this one stream. It wasn't a powerful current, not strong enough to not even strong enough to sweep away a toddler. The amount of moisture in the air was dense around this part, so you seized your chance. You feel your toes tingle as you control the water, swishing it around with Denki, noticing before speedily draining it into your water bottle. You already planned this ahead of time, and you aren't going to not be ready. Hey, Pikachu! It didn't irritate him when you called him that. It'd only be embarrassing if you called him that in front of other people. Yeah, 𝚑𝚘𝚎𝚢? His feet stopped moving since you paused in the middle of the sidewalk, looking at the back of his head. He turned around to face you, wondering why you halted. I choose you. A flurry of water punching out of the bottle. It ringed itself into a mini levitating heart. The water created a small but difficult design still. I don't get it. What we're doing, a skit? Denki was truly confused. No, I like you, and this is my way of asking you out. Oh, okay, I like you too. He turned around and smiled and resumed walking. Wait, what? Shinzo. Hey, stop it with your theories, you complained, throwing a piece of popcorn in his face. He swept the tiny kernel away, hearing the thing land somewhere on the floor in the dark. You were watching Finding Nemo on your couch, all cozied with a bunch of blankets keeping you warm. Shinzo wanted to ask you out earlier, but he chickened out at the last second, too afraid to be ejected. But you see, I don't want to hear it. You clapped your hands over your ears, clicking your tongue non-stop. I like you, 𝚑𝚑𝚢𝚎. Shinzo moused, which you didn't quite catch. You said my name right? What else? What's the sentence? You notice the faint blush rise on his face, so you keep pestering him about it. Shouldn't you be paying attention to the show? Well, I needed to know what you said first. You bounced up and down on the springs of the couch, impatient with trying to pry information out of him. If I tell you, you can't laugh at me. Now you wondered if he did something embarrassing without you around. Okay, I promise I won't laugh. You hold out your pinky, which he takes with a small chuckle. So what is it? I like you. And I'd be happy if you consider changing our status to a romantic relationship. You freeze. No needing for the blankets to keep you warm. Yeah, I like you too. Considering how it was 11 at night with school tomorrow, the neighbors weren't to be happy with your sudden outbursts of screaming. You didn't care though, for that your crush happened to like you back. Tamaki Yamajiki. What's this, Tamaki? You asked politely, seeing the boy standing in front of you being a nervous wreck. Moments before, Miro was trying to talk him into confessing his undying love for you. But he just didn't know how to. ruin the very structure our relationship is built on if she rejects me. He glumly hid deeper into his hoodie, almost crushing the item in his hand from fiddling it with too much force. She's not that ruthless, you know. They're not that ruthless, you know, Muriel reminds him. A nosebleed help him straighten the bag on the indigo hair male's back. YN is too nice to break your heart. Tamaki failed to notice you. He only knows your feet walking ahead of them, headphones blaring in your ears. Muriel gave him a good shove. I call him Mario. Oh my gosh. Giving him a good shove, scaring the living crap out of him. Scaring the living crap out of Tamaki. The boy gives him a encouraging thumbs up before running off. The person he bumped into was you. Back to the present. Tamaki gently holds out the delicately woven flowers, pleading that you accept his gift. I made these for you. He grasped on it lightly, placing the fragile object over your head. It's a lovely flower crown, Tamaki-kun. He takes this chance to ask you out, seeking farther and farther out of his comfort zone. I was wondering if you wanted to be my significant other. Even if his voice was too quiet for mostly to hear, you still heard every last word. Why are you crying? He hurries to give you a handkerchief, dabbing away your overflowing tears. I'm just so happy. Dabby. Hey, idiot. Want to try that sentence again? He didn't favor being called names, especially when it came from him. No, he smirked at you, shutting the door closed behind him. Togo wasn't in the apartment at the moment, out doing whatever she pleases for the next 3 hours. She might be home earlier if the police show up. Then get out of my house. I'm not dealing with you today, he grumbled, already in a bad mood before he got there. The microwave had been broken 30 minutes ago. The beeper was going off at random times with sparks flying. You had to turn off the fire alarm since the darn thing wouldn't stop getting triggered. But you always have time to put up with me, he whined sarcastically, further frying your nerves. The beeping noise goes off once more. You're screaming frustration as he threw a pillow over your ears. What the hell was that? The stupid microwave, you pout. The stress of this morning is catching up with you. It's broken and it won't shut off correctly. He watched Dabley silently makes his way over to your kitchen, not exiting until 10 minutes later. Problem solved. How? He just shrugs, taking out a chair from the table and sitting down. Just some simple techniques you learned after fixing things by yourself for so long. Thanks. You hoped your headache would now erase itself from existence. If you really want to show your gratitude for me, then how about a date? He didn't foresee this outcome. He shrugged nonchalantly. On the inside, though, he was freaking out. Yeah, sure. Alright. Dang it. Guys, I just got an ad from Webpad, so you guys gotta give me a second. Okay, guys, the ad ended, so let's get on with this last one. 𝚂𝚢𝚎𝚢. Most people around your age who have been married now, possibly with kids, present or on the way. So, you couldn't understand why 𝚂𝚎 didn't follow any of these trends. How are you still single? You questioned him, confused. You're no different. You had a sudden urge to let your chair become weightless and let fly with your quirk. That's not fair. At least I had someone before we broke up. He mumbled the last few words. The numbness spreading through you. Your ex was never been forgotten. And you hated the fact. It didn't hurt your heart as it used to, but I still tugged at it at once. It's rude to assume that I don't already have a significant other. Please, you started to nag him. You spend more time with me than anyone else, so I doubt you have someone waiting for you every night. He kept his mouth shut, clearly done with this conversation, but you weren't, though. Just tell me who you like. Pestering was the way you decided to get it out of him, singling out each word in a sentence. Then you went on for a while. Then he finally had enough of you. Fine. I don't have a significant other in my life at the moment. I'll be happy if you want to take the spot, and then maybe you can stop bothering me about it. He didn't care if he was joking or not. He still said yes. He wasn't finding himself quite relieved that you had agreed to go out with him. Guys, I stuttered, I tripped, but I kept back going. Okay, that'll be the end of it. There will be the one with the date descriptions. I'll tell you guys that later on tomorrow. Yeah, so bye guys.